Two, one. What is going on, everybody? As you can see, we are here and we have started the House of Rivalry. I appreciate all y'all being here. We've decided to start now with the idea of being able to build into something beautiful come next season. Um, I am one of your hosts, Caleb, and I am here with,
Jared will.
all right, Mr. J. Will. Um, we decided to start this because when we're playing video games, we love talking about college football. And it was only right to be able to let y'all in on the hot takes and the stupid things that we say about college football. Um, Jared, please tell the people something about yourself, kind of let them in. I know, we both are rocking our colleges, Boomer Sooner, 2-0 in the past 2 years against your Auburn Tigers. But take it over, let the people know a little bit about you. Introduce yourself.
Yeah. You just had to get that dig in. We'll take that for what it was.
Come on.
You weren't wrong, but born and raised Auburn fan, War Eagle, as you can see. Former Jack State graduate. Oh, looking forward to the Conference USA Championship tomorrow.
Okay.
And just a lover of college football all around.
Hey, that's why we're here, ain't it? We just love college football.
That's exactly why we're here.
There we go. So we sat here for a little bit and we were just kind of going over what could we even talk about right now. So much stuff going on in the college football landscape. We got the coaching hires. We just had signing day, right? We've got a whole college football to go over, like a whole season. We're at the end. So I think what Jared and I are saying is we're going to go into this now. We're just going to kind of review all the stuff that we missed being able to talk to y'all about. Um, Jared, kind of what's the one big thing that shocked you this season?
I want to say the big thing that shocked me the most is Clemson starting out 1-3 after being a college football playoff hopeful. But
Yeah.
they did finish 7-5. They turned it around. They finished the season 6-2. Just that 1-3 start really killed them from the start.
Yeah, honestly, like going back and kind of looking at that, I remember I think they weren't even 500 yet, and I remember Dabo was sitting in one of his press conferences and was like, "They're gonna fire me. They're gonna fire me. I'm gonna find another job. I can coach this sport." And like,
I,
I don't know if that just like that kind of confidence in himself just kind of bled over into the team or what, but yeah, dude, like Clemson sucking was not on my bingo card of college football in 2025. It just wasn't.
not at all. Too much talent on that team to have that kind of record.
Yeah, like I mean, you had a Heisman like front runner as your quarterback, and it just didn't make any sense. I didn't understand it. Obviously, you didn't understand it, but like I think my biggest takeaway, right, is you kind of look at college football now that everything's kind of set in stone. CFP bracket ain't really going to change. My biggest takeaway is the the softness in the Big Ten, right?
Oh, you can go for a minute about that one.
Hey, look, I know I'm going to get people mad. I really don't care, to be quite frank with you. But I mean, when you've got your number one and your number two team who have maybe played one or two ranked teams, one or two, and everybody's thinking they're amazing, come on. Like, you look at OU's schedule, right? We're 10-2. We have the best wins in the entire country. Our only two losses came to top 15 teams. One of those teams is in the CFP right now, and the other one is crying about not being in it. Let me say that. You know,
If things go well this weekend, they could get in.
I they could, in all seriousness, they could. I just don't see a realm of them getting in. I mean, the only way I could see them getting in is if Bama just gets obliterated, Bama drops out. But even then, like you're leaving things open for like 11-1 BYU team pre-conference championship. Like right, like there's too much stuff at risk for Texas that has to go right for them to get in. Basically, is what I'm saying. Um,
Right.
but I'm just sick of everybody going, oh, the Big Ten, the Big Ten. Y'all don't play nobody, and when your teams do, let's use USC for example. They just came out with the number one signing class, right? And they went 9-3 because they actually played good opponents and they lost. Like you had your number two team go down to the wire. By the way, Mendoza got to win the Heisman. Like if you watch that Penn State game, he's a Heisman winner just off of that. That's his Heisman moment. I don't think anybody comes close to being able to touch him. To be quite frank, I think Diego Pavia could throw his name in the ring. He's just an electric quarterback. He kind of, gives me vibes of Johnny Manziel, and we saw how that turned out, right? But Mendoza in that Penn State game, in that final minute and 40 seconds, it showed exactly why he's the best quarterback in the nation.
That wide receiver doesn't make that catch, we're not having this conversation.
I 110% agree with you. Like, but at the end of the day, like he marched, I think it was like 75 yards plus to go score that in a minute and 40.
Something like that.
I mean, 2 minute drills in general are just hard. That's not including being at Penn State. It's not including having a terrible game up to that point. Like, there's so many factors that led into that and that Heisman moment for him. That's just where I stand. Now, like, I kind of want to hear your Heisman. I'm very curious. I know we haven't talked about it yet. Like, we've been playing video games today, and we haven't talked about Heisman's at all. Like, we've talked about everything else. I want to know where your Heisman mind is at. Like, who do you think deserves it?
Jeremiah Love. He's the
Okay.
best player in the country, and that's who the award goes to. It doesn't go to the best player on the best team. It goes to the best player in the country.
You're
And the
gonna
best player is Jeremiah Love.
you're gonna get a lot of Ashton Genty fans upset. You're gonna get a lot of them upset right off of
Well,
that because
that'll be okay.
I mean he did get snubbed, right?
Travis
You're gonna
Travis Hunter was the best player.
well,
I don't think he should have won because they were using snap count as a stat. It should have went to Genty, but
yeah,
by far, Jeremiah Love's best player in the nation.
I do
He's going
kind
to be
of
a top 15 pick in about 4 months.
I can get behind that. I can. Usually, being a quarterback myself, I believe that it should go to quarterbacks. I think we have the hardest job on the field outside of maybe, right tackles or even corners. But I think our job is number one. Like,
Corners. Corners hardest job in college football
hey,
or football in general.
we can get into it right now. Because I'll tell you right now, corners, yes, you're on an island, but you may have safety help roll over the top to your side. You may be in a cover four where you just got to backpedal and
Yeah.
get back to Narnia. As quarterback, you got to know what 22 players on the field are doing at all times. You got to diagnose a pre-snap defense that you have no idea during that play because you watch plenty of film, right? You pay attention, you kind of just see it and do whatever, right? But you really don't know what they're coming out in. You can kind of guess off of tendencies and film and stuff, but outside of that, you don't. So that's my little 2 cents. I think quarterback's the hardest, and I think a lot of people agree. If you do agree, comment, let us know.
I agree.
Tell us your hardest position. Um, but like, I don't disagree with your Jeremiah Love take. I really don't. Um, I hope that OU gets to play them in the first round of the CFP. I really do, because I think our defense will
Big.
will shut him down. Um, you know, hey, look, we held the second best running back in the nation, Mizzou's running back, to 0 yards in the second half.
They don't really have a passing threat to complement them, so all you got to do is load the box.
Hey, that's fine. Hey, guess what? You ain't got to win pretty at football. You just got to win. And hey, guess what? We're hard to kill. Okay, remember that. But
Let's
I,
move
you
on to
know,
the. Let's
I
move on.
wanna.
Let's move on. We're
I
getting carried
okay,
away on
okay,
Jeremiah Love.
okay, okay, okay. I,
My
I want
next
to get
takeaway.
your I want to get your
Go ahead.
takes on Auburn. I know you were about to go somewhere. Let's talk about your team because y'all started out real hot. Y'all had Jackson Arnold transfer over from my school. I know there was plenty of times I told you I don't think he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna show you who he really is and what he did at OU. He's gonna do the same. But y'all started off hot. Like, just run me through kind of y'all season. I know there's a lot of stuff that happened. I'll let you get into it, but I just want to hear about your Auburn Tigers and what your initial thought as a fan is.
I mean, you start with a Baylor game playing on Friday night. Yeah, say what you want. High school teams play on Friday.
Hey,
Texas
it's
rules.
funny?
Don't blame us.
I was in Waco for a high school game that night. Funny enough. when that game was played in Baylor, I had my Apple Watch on and I had the game on my Apple Watch while I'm trying to coach and everything. It was I just wanted to know, right? But sorry, interrupted, sidetrack a little bit, but I'll let you get back onto it.
You're good. You're good. You're good. All the talk all season was how was Jackson Arnold going to fit in Hugh Freeze's offense, and two, what is DJ Durkin's defense going to look like? Well, if you ask me, this game reflected neither of those how the season was going to go.
Yep.
Jackson Arnold played like a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
DJ Durkin's defense played like they were left on the plane in Auburn. Nothing was symbolized what the season was going to go like. And then you go to the next week. I believe we played South Alabama or Ball State. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
And we still were supposed to there. And then we played either or South Alabama or Ball State, whichever one was first, second, or third.
Mhm.
We did our business there. Then we get to the OU game.
Tell them to
First
bring
drive of the
me our
game.
money.
First drive of the game. Kier throws a tunnel screen to Isaac Satania. Jaquez Robinson comes downhill. As Isaiah Satania is turning to go upfield, Jaquez Robinson nudges the ball out. Now, they say a catch is a catch after a football move is made. What is a football move? That is a loose term that we cannot define, and the rule book needs to be addressed
I don't.
because that is a fumble. And Kayin just picks it up, runs it all the way back, and then they review it and say it's an incomplete pass. How can you say it's an incomplete pass? He took 2 steps. He tried to turn upfield, and we're just going to say it's incomplete.
Look,
Don't
look.
just don't get me started. Next game. Next game. Nope. Next game.
Hey, what about our trick play
Georgia.
though? You got anything to say about the trick play or the what you say a PI on Cam Coleman near the end zone?
I mean, we scored on that drive still, so it don't matter.
I know.
But
I'm
yep.
just trying to get y'all riled up.
Well, substitution play, 15 yards, lost it down. What it should have been. What it wasn't. What it should have been. Let's move on.
Okay.
We could go about that game
Okay.
forever if
Hey,
we
we
wanted
yeah
to.
yeah yeah we can talk about it the whole time.
Next game, A&M. Fortunately, I don't know. Unfortunately, I was in College Station to watch this game.
Yeah.
If you ever want to see a Hugh Freeze offense to a T, just go watch that game. 0 for 13 on third down
It's hard to win
in
a
the
game that way.
entire game.
It's just like you can't win a football game that way. You just can't.
Your defense held one of the most prolific offenses in college football this year to 16 points. And you can't get me 2 touchdowns, Hugh Freeze?
Yeah.
This is why you're not coaching college football right now.
I mean,
This
not
is the
to.
game where I will let this state College Station saying Hugh Freeze needs to be fired.
I do remember that.
Left the stadium saying that.
I remember that. But I mean,
Hmm?
even like
About
to your point, right? Like about DJ Durkin's defense doing what they could against
hey,
A&M, holding them to 16. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna take it to OU versus LSU this past week. It was sloppy. It wasn't pretty, but we still were able to
it
get
was
two
not.
touchdowns. Like we were still able. Our defense held them to 13. Granted, they're not a good team this year. You know, losing their head coach, right? Firing him way earlier in the season. You're running with a young quarterback in Van Buren. Is that how you say his name? Van Buren,
Yeah,
right? Like, but again, football's football. It doesn't matter how you win. It doesn't matter about any of that. Because guess what? Coming into that game, they were 7-4. Like they were a 7-win team. Like it's the SEC. Everything's harder. It just means more, right? That's the SEC motto. It means
it
more.
just means more.
And so like, but at the end of the day, to go to your point, like if your defense is going to play that way, you've got to find as an offense, you've got to find a way to at least get some touchdowns on the board. It doesn't matter how you do it, right? Like Satania
Right.
just breaks past the LSU defense. That's how we put the nail in the coffin in that
That
game.
tunnel screen, man. You can't stop it if
To
you run it
Deion
right.
Burks, I mean, he's been Deion Burks. No, I really before we let you continue, I'm gonna put out a search warrant for Jay Knott. We're paying him a lot of money for what? And that is the most frustrating thing when we have Troy Blaylock, who, by the way, freshman, playing amazing. We got Xavier Robinson, by the way, who was the dominant factor in us beating Alabama last year. You got those two, plus Javante Barnes. Javante Barnes is nowhere to be
Last year,
found. Xavier
last
Robinson.
year,
Yeah, hey.
Jackson Arnold. Any
No,
defense.
Xavier Robinson had 2 tuds and like
Jackson
150.
Arnold.
Okay, whatever, whatever.
It was Arnold.
Doesn't matter.
And that leads me into why we signed him. It was because he beat Alabama.
Yeah, right. Like, and again, like I have no ill will versus Jackson Arnold, right? Like, at first I hated him. I thought, you know,
I can't say the same.
he was the bane of our existence. And then I saw that he signed with y'all, and at first, you remember this, I was like, I'm done with him. Get him out of here. Take him. Have fun. You're about to be in misery
You
this
were
next
ready
season.
for him to go.
I was, and now like looking back, like I'm just like, it just is what it is. You see a lot of this happen sometimes. Like you see these, really good like top rated guys coming out of high school and they just don't pan out at whatever school they go to. Like it just happens. And I
Right.
think Jackson Arnold, I think he's a power, I think he's an FBS quarterback. I just don't think at a power four. I just don't. Maybe he's a G5 quarterback and maybe that's where he's successful. But
That's a stretch.
I know you're mad
He's
at
not
him.
Malachi Nelson.
You get mad at him. It's okay. Like I get it. Believe me, I've been in your shoes. I know where you're at. Right? But let's.
I'll get to that point in a minute. Let me
Yeah,
keep going.
yeah. Keep going. Keep going. I want to hear it.
So after this A&M game, I'm done with Jackson Arnold. We
Mhm.
have a bye week coming up. That is the perfect week. You either get Deuce Knight, your 5-star true freshman, one of the highest rated quarterback recruits in Auburn University history, sub to Cam Newton probably. Maybe Bo Nix is up there. Or you get Ashton Daniels, 4-year starter at Stanford, who he can play the quarterback position. That's why you brought him in. And it's a bye week. You have a week. You have basically 2 weeks to get him ready. Why didn't you? Now, unfortunately, like Texas A&M game, I was in Jordan Hare Stadium to watch Auburn take on the Georgia Bulldogs.
Mm.
First drive, Arnold looks like a completely different quarterback. He's marching down the field. He scores effortlessly. Georgia comes out. I believe they go on a 3-and-out. Arnold marches down. We kick a field goal. Reese called one of the dumbest trick plays I think I've ever seen. And Damari Alston just chose not to run it. You're supposed to pitch it back to Singleton. And Singleton had a wide open end around that would have been a touchdown. But Damari Alston played selfishly, and that's why he's not part of Auburn football anymore. But we won't get into that.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
We go to
I, I,
the
I'm seeing that you can ramble on about your Tigers, right? Like, they
yeah,
got you upset this year. They got you riled up.
right. We
But
finished the games.
but let me
Yeah,
ask you this before you finish your games. How do you feel about the Hugh Freeze? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think if he would have given up play calling and just focused on being a head coach and a
Hmm.
CEO and just recruit his roster, because you saw he can get the talent on the plane.
Yeah,
Cam Coleman's the second highest rated signing in Auburn history.
yeah, and he's an amazing receiver. Amazing.
So, probably, I'll tell you this: Cam Coleman's better than Ryan Williams. Cam Coleman's better than Jeremiah Smith. Cam Coleman, there is not a receiver like Cam Coleman in college football.
Hold on, hold on, hold on
He's gonna
now.
get paid a lot of money. I know what I said.
Hold on. But come on now.
Look at the
We're brand
quarterbacks Cam Coleman
we're hold
is
on,
at.
hold on. We're brand new
Nate
now.
Thorne,
We're brand new. I need you to look in that camera. Okay? I need this for Instagram, for TikTok. I need it. I need you to say
Coleman,
it.
Cam Coleman is better than Ryan Williams. He is better than Jeremiah Smith. He is the best wide receiver in the nation. And he's going to get paid a lot of
Ooh.
money, whether he chooses to stay at Auburn this offseason or venture off into the transfer portal. And he's going to be a top 10 draft pick next year, if not top 5 in
I
the next
look,
draft.
I
In
think
the
if he
following
doesn't
draft.
stay, I think he's still going to be a Tiger. Just don't know if it's going to be an Auburn Tiger or an LSU Tiger. He's going to be a Tiger
But
next year. Just don't know which one.
I would watch out for a Duck.
No, I don't.
Maybe even a Buckeye.
He's a
He's going to get
southern
paid.
he's a southern receiver. I think he's going to stay in the SEC. I think he knows the
He was
talent.
originally committed to Texas A&M under Jimbo Fisher. I would watch the Aggies. Imagine Marcel Reed with Cam Coleman.
I
I don't want to do that. I don't want to imagine.
Let's get you through the rest of the game because you just said something that kind of wants me to take on to the next point that I had and like kind of reviewing a little bit. I want to touch on one team, but I kind of want to hear where you stand on the rest of your
So,
season.
so we lose the Georgia game.
Hmm.
We have like 40 yards of offense in the second half after having almost 300 in the first half. So that game's wraps. I said Hugh Freeze should have been fired again leaving the stadium. I said, why are you not playing another quarterback if Arnold can't get more than 40 yards of offense in the second half?
Yep.
We go to Missouri. Same thing, Caleb. Arnold starts out, touchdown, first drive. Second drive, touchdown. Then Missouri just starts trickling back in.
Yep.
Auburn don't know how to win. They don't have a winning culture. No one on that team is used to winning. So then Auburn loses that one in overtime. Alex McPherson missed 5 field goals. Why Hugh Freeze's trotting came out for a 50-yarder when he doesn't have the strength, I don't know. Then we go to Kentucky. No, we go to Arkansas. A lot of people are saying if Hugh Freeze loses this game, he's out. He's done. No. First drive of the game. Auburn's driving. Arnold throws a terrible ball. Cam Coleman. But Cam Coleman is Cam Coleman. And he makes bad quarterbacks look like subpar quarterback. He, with the defender draped on him, how this wasn't called pass interference, just reaches out with his right arm and plucks it off the ground. Touchdown.
Yep.
Cam Coleman, best wide receiver. You can't tell me he's not. He makes catches look like that naturally.
Hmm. What was your initial reaction? I mean, we kind of talked about it a little bit, but like the minute that you saw the ESPN and the Twitter notifications that Hugh Freeze was gone, how did you feel?
Was so that was the next play, Kentucky. Don't get me started. Auburn should not lose to Kentucky unless it's in basketball or volleyball. Auburn should not lose to Kentucky.
I mean,
Granted,
Bob
they
Stoops
don't
is
lose to
gone now
Kentucky very
too.
much in basketball.
Could we see a Hugh Freeze to
Yeah, but
Kentucky?
no, they've already made a hire. We'll get into that in a second. But yeah, Hugh Freeze loses to Kentucky after scoring 3 points on the SEC's worst-rated scoring defense. It was time for him to go. It was time for him to go after A&M. Boosters thought he could probably last to a fourth season and turn around. No, after that Kentucky game, there was no question he just needed to go.
Yeah, I mean,
Then we go into the bye week. Oh, that wasn't the bye week, was it?
I
No,
think
it
I
wasn't
think
the bye
we've
week.
I think we've rolled through y'all's season pretty heavily. I think y'all had
It gets better. It gets better.
okay. Oh, hold on now. We got some sauce
We
coming.
go into Vanderbilt. DJ Durkin is promoted on Monday after the Kentucky loss.
Okay.
Interim head coach. Never called an offensive play in his life. He delegates the defensive coordinating job. Breaking news: LeBron James' streak of 10 points or more just got broke. It was at like
Oh,
1,900 straight games, and he scored less than 10 points tonight.
wow.
That
That is kind of
that's
huge just
insane.
for sports in general. So I'm glad you broke
Uh,
that here.
not my goat, but we'll not get
Yeah,
into that.
MJ's a
That's a
goat.
story for a different day. Hands down.
MJ's a goat. I mean,
Right.
but
But the Vanderbilt game, DJ Durkin has 1 week to prepare for this game. Not a bye week. They fired Hugh Freeze the week before Vanderbilt.
hmm
Derek Nix is called the play caller. I don't know if y'all know, but Hugh Freeze was calling plays. He may said there was 3 play callers. Hugh Freeze called plays all season.
yeah.
I have that on good authority.
I mean,
But
even against Vanderbilt
Derek
though,
Nix,
y'all looked good. Like Cam Coleman looked good. Like he had those two catches back to back, 2 point conversion and a touchdown,
he had
right?
3 on one drive.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Like
the
he
one on the
had those,
sideline where he just puts his
and
tongue in
that
the ground while
that was
erasing
Robbie Ashford's first start, wasn't it, of the year?
Ashton Daniels.
Ashton Daniels,
You're
sorry,
about
Robbie.
2 seasons behind.
I know. Sorry. I'm playing, a Wake Forest dynasty. Robbie Ashford's on the mind. I knew he was at Auburn. Look, I don't.
But Ashton Daniels' first start, no, second, he started against Kentucky.
Okay.
Ashton did start against Kentucky.
Okay.
He was brought into Arkansas the second half. We came back and won that because of the defense. Nothing to do with Hugh Freeze.
Okay.
But, but yeah, we go into Vanderbilt a week to prepare. Our offense has 500 yards of offense, almost 600.
That's pretty good.
Hugh Freeze, the offensive guru, couldn't have 300 yards of offense against Kentucky. We go into Vanderbilt and we have 600 yards of offense. Same players, Same same scheme. I've watched the film. Derek Nick didn't call anything different than Hugh Freeze. He just executed better and allowed his quarterback to get into a rhythm and leaned on the run game. Death, Texas, Auburn running the football.
I mean, that's what y'all
All my
do,
life,
though. I
Auburn's
mean,
been a running team.
y'all have had really good running backs over the years. Um,
Oh, every year.
yeah. I think you know what I think, and I want the people's opinion on this. What I think we should do. I think we should do a film session with Jared Will. Put it on the channel, let it
Yeah,
ride.
we can do that.
I mean, I think that would be perfect. I think people would really enjoy kind of looking through your eyes, seeing what you see. I mean, again, you know, you're a football player. Like you're a football guy at heart, right? Like you understand the
Oh yeah,
game. Like you didn't play past middle school, but you understand the game, and I think that's why this works really well. I know you're watching that Lions game versus Cowboys game, so I know I see something
Badgers
happen.
threw a pick first play out of halftime.
Shocker. That's what he does. Okay, now watch. Now he's gonna rattle it off and he's gonna win this game. Bet. Okay,
I don't know. They're down 20-9.
but like I was saying, I like you have a football mind. You understand it. I think that would be something that the people would really enjoy. Okay, um,
We'll
but
see.
but we'll get into that. I think my biggest question, right? I think my biggest one. I know we're towards the end of the season here. I know we've got some other stuff left on the list that we need to talk about. I want to hear
Oh yeah.
about the Alabama game, the Cam Coleman fumble to seal it. I
Uh, Cam Coleman did not lose that football game.
I know. I watched that game.
9 personal foul penalties
Yeah,
lost that football game.
yeah.
Granted, one of the personal fouls, our outside linebacker, Xavier Atkins, was literally shoved in the back into Ty Simpson's leg, and they called roughing the passer. If anything,
Yeah.
that's a 30-yard swing. Because instead of going 15 yards back, you're going 15 yards forward.
And I believe that was a third down. It was like a third and really
It was
long.
it was a it was a it was a 4th and 2.
I mean, exactly like and they didn't convert there. So I think that's kind of the big thing, right?
It was an incomplete pass.
Like there's a lot of stuff there that y'all you should be happy as a fan, right? Like I want to try to take the positive out of y'all season, right? Playing y'all,
I'll give you a
understanding y'all.
positive. I'll give you a positive. You
Okay.
want the positive? No more Hugh Freeze. That's positive.
Hey, look,
And
I get it.
former four-star freshman Antonio Coleman, defensive lineman of Auburn, has just entered the portal.
Well, that does not sound
He
fun
didn't
for
play a
you.
snap this year. We'll be okay.
Okay. Okay. I think my biggest thing
Also,
too.
touchdown Isaac Tesla.
Okay.
Jared Goff just threw a beautiful ball.
Okay. I like that we're getting a live update from you right now. I love it. I think the
You're
last thing
welcome.
we're going to cover kind of in the review, right? Well, two things. Let me go over two things. I'll go over them super quick. The A&M. A&M shocked me this year, too. I think that was my kind of my biggest
Dude,
takeaway, too. Like, I didn't expect them to
Mike
go,
Elko has turned Texas A&M into a transfer portal destination.
oh, 100%. They have all types of money out there, right? Like, see,
Hey, there's a rumor they took a Saudi back.
hey,
That they got some Saudi money in their NIL.
hey.
I'm not knocking it. Do what you gotta do to win.
Yeah, do what you got to do to win. I mean, look, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay, so you know, A&M, they're not bad in my book. I wish they would have beat it at Texas, quite frankly.
Hey,
But we couldn't even do it, so I can't even get mad at it. So, but A&M just being like 11-1,
you
right?
could argue them losing to Texas makes y'all look better.
I mean, in theory it could. I mean, dude, we got
They
blown
got blown
out.
out of the water. Y'all kept it close.
No, we got blown out of the water. We got blown out 23 to
Well,
6, I
John
think was
Mateer
the
was
final.
a week off hand surgery.
I mean, yeah, like John Mateer probably shouldn't have played that game. In all honesty, like if we're just
He's just
talking,
out.
like he hasn't been, and that's a big thing too. Like John Mateer, how does he go from looking like a Heisman candidate, like the front runner, to what we see now, where he can't even get the ball in the
See,
end zone.
another point. Same players, same team. Auburn's quarterback throws for 350 yards. Why couldn't Hugh Freeze do that with Jackson Arnold or Ashton Daniels the week before? Why couldn't he?
I don't know.
Because Hugh Freeze wouldn't let his quarterback get in the rhythm.
Yeah, I
Jackson Arnold and Ben Arbuckle's system, he could have been a great backup quarterback for y'all and probably could have beat Texas. Let's be honest. Texas wasn't great.
and I
But
mean
Cam couldn't get into a rhythm because he was hurt. He was still recovering.
that's the thing too, right? Like I like a lot of fans. I know if a lot of OU fans come in here, John Mateer, right? He was great preseason. Like he's just kind of a gunslinger. Like he's gonna put the ball in harm's way. He kind of gives me Jameis Winston vibes. Like he made Dacia up for three. Like in this past game against LSU, he had 300 plus, but he had three interceptions to two touchdowns. Like
Yeah,
that's just kind of John Mateer. And I think if you understand that as an OU fan, you kind of look back and you're like, okay.
most of those yards came off dump offs, though. Let's be honest.
I mean, look again. You don't gotta win pretty, okay? Because guess what? OU's hard to kill, okay? But like that's my thing, is like he was playing good before the injury and now he's playing kind of bad, and I think it's a confidence thing. There was a news article that I saw come out that like John Mateer's mom had came out and said like he was dealing with some mental issues and stuff, just given like the hand injury
Oh,
and
I bet.
everything. So like I like again, I love John Mateer. I think like he is the quarterback. I'm really excited for Michael Hawkins. He's had a year. He's gonna redshirt. He's had a year to kind of just sit back and relax and learn. So I'm really excited for him. But
CD
outside of
Lamb
that,
has son, Terry Arnold.
oh, I love it. I love it. I think the biggest thing though, I kind of want to I want to review OU season really quickly. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because we need to
Okay,
move on to coaching
take it away.
hires, signing days, all that kind of stuff. We had a
Take time.
gauntlet. We had a gauntlet this year. I think anybody can admit we had the hardest schedule in all of college football, and we were able to come out of it 10-2. Again, a lot of the games weren't pretty. We get blown out by our rival. We lose a one possession, two possession game. I think it was like 8 points to Ole Miss at home, right? So it was like a lot of games that were super, super close. But I'm really excited and proud of the Oklahoma Sooners, because they, I genuinely thought we were maybe an 8-4 team this year. I really did. I mean, that schedule is just
I
daunting.
mean, you weren't far off. 9-3
I mean,
or 10-2.
10-2. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, you
Whatever.
look at that schedule, away at Tennessee. Like, look at just the back half. Away at Tennessee, away at Alabama,
That was a good win.
home against
That was a good
Mizzou,
win. That was a good win too.
and LSU. Like, I mean, the last four games of the schedule, when you're staring down the barrel of your season being over, you rattle off four wins. Like, come on. Like, and that's the motto that Brent Venables has, and that's why I love the hire that we had. Everybody wanted him gone. I loved it. I said, just give him some time, because dang it, that is the type of motto that we need to have in a locker room. We're hard to kill. We are going to suffocate you. We are going to make your life, I can't cuss, we're going to make your life horrible for 4 quarters, and you are going to have to fight for every single inch you get on that football field. And if you beat us, you beat us. But guess what? It's going to be real freaking hard to beat us. And that's what I love. But all that being said, I'm proud of my Sooners. Okay. I'm real happy that we were able to end up 10-2. We'll talk about the CFP bracket. We're sitting at 8 right now. I'm happy with that. I'm kind of curious on who we're going to see playing in a home game and who's going to be number 9, you know. But I think the biggest thing, I'm going to let you take the lead on this, coaching hires so far. There's been some big names. There's been some big colleges
Oh,
get
have there.
rid of big names. So I'm excited. I'm just kind of excited to hear what you have to say, and I want you to take the lead. And I'm just going to cue in when I can, but I'm going to let you kind of, give your little 2 cents. Let me hear kind of the biggest outside of Lane Kiffin. We'll get into the Lane Kiffin thing in a minute. But like out of all the coaches that you've seen get fired and hired and all that kind of stuff, who is the biggest one that is like, whoa?
I mean, there's two I'm really deciding between.
Okay.
Either James Franklin of Virginia Tech
Okay.
or Eric Morris to Oklahoma State.
Okay. That the
And
Eric
there's those.
Mormis one was. I mean, you got to think though. Like Oklahoma State, like they've had Mike Gundy forever, and being an OU guy, Bedlam. And like just the fact that he wasn't having a good season, but I mean they fired him, got rid of him. It's just been a crappy thing for him and the stuff that he had to deal with at Oklahoma State. There was a lot of stuff with players and training staff issues and stuff like that with Oklahoma State. Um, but the Eric Morris hire, I think that's a great hire for Oklahoma State if they want to be competitive in the Big 12. Um,
No
that does that
no
does open
doubt.
the door. That does open the door for UNT's quarterback to come over, right? I mean, Drew Mestamaker.
I mean, do we think he's gonna go there though? Like, you got to think. There's gonna be multiple schools shopping for a quarterback. What is Florida gonna do if DJ Lagway leaves? Is this not a shoe in that he stays?
I I don't know. I think Drew Mestamaker, right, just from a quarterback standpoint, you follow your OC. If you're comfortable in a system and you're succeeding in a system, you follow. Like, and that's the thing. And I think that's what I personally, I think that's my current favorite is I think he follows Eric Morris to Oklahoma State. I think that's kind of my big one. Um,
But his OC was promoted to head coach. Who's to say he doesn't say?
I think that's
I think
actually
he's gonna get offered so much money.
yeah.
He's gonna have to enter the portal.
I think that's
One I'm
something.
watching is Arkansas. Bowling
Okay.
Green's graduating. Ryan Silverfield had pretty good success till his quarterback got hurt. And Drew Mestamaker and a Ryan Silverfield offense ain't that bad, in my opinion. Granted,
I don't hate
they're gonna
that
need some
take.
weapons. They're gonna need some weapons for him to throw to, but watch out.
I love Drew Messmaker's story though. I mean, he didn't even play.
Oh
He
yeah,
wasn't even a varsity quarterback. Just walks on, just like, oh, I'm just gonna have fun with it, and then comes out and throws for 700 yards in a conference game. I mean, they play in the American,
it was
but like what the
it was
heck?
wonderful.
I mean, I love it, but I like, and I think that's something that you and I really need to keep our eyes on, like rolling through this and kind of looking at the portal and everything, seeing what happens.
Oh yeah,
That name.
we'll some portal news.
Oh, come on now. Like we're gonna already break it out. We're gonna have fun with it. We really want this. And I'm gonna talk to the people now. We want this to be a place where you can have hot takes. You can have all these stuff. We're gonna try to get the news out to you. Jared's gonna be covering our Twitter or our X, right? Because he is active on there. He knows what he's doing on there, right? And so if y'all ever want anything that would like if you have any questions, go to him, go to our Twitter page. I have everything linked in our YouTube, so you just got to go down there and you'll be okay. But any news and stuff like that, especially running through transfer portal and everything, there's going to be a lot of movement. I see it. I think it's coming. Um, but
I feel like we're gonna have one of the most active portal windows we've seen in a long time, especially with
I,
there only being one transfer portal window now.
yeah, and I love. I don't like. Let's get into that whole thing. I love that the transfer portal is only one window now. That to me, I do not think just as a coach too now. Like if we were going through spring ball and we had a kid just be like, "Oh, I'm transferring schools," like it just screws up all of our like assessment that we've done all through spring ball. You don't like your position, so you just decide to transfer that. Well, now that screws up my depth. Now I got to go try to find some random willy nilly guy to fill that spot. And by then, all the good guys
Right.
are gone, right? Like, so I love that it's only one portal window. I love that. I think that's perfect. I think again, right? This is the first time in college football with a portal, NIL, and all that kind of stuff. So I know that they're all kind of working through it. So they're
Your
doing the
boy
right
CeeDee
thing there.
Lamb is headed to the locker room.
Oh gosh, it's a Sooner right
Chiding
there.
for wanting to catch in the end zone and landing on his left wrist
Mm,
did not look pretty.
mm. But like, well, but that's what I have to say on the transfer portal. I think it's going to be really active this year. I'm excited. I want to see what OU reloads. We're graduating 25 seniors. So, and that's
You got to with that portal.
yeah, and there's that's not to mention. I mean, we only signed. I think we signed 15 guys total in this signing class. I don't know, but they're freshmen, right? They're very unlikely that they're going to start. So I mean, there's a lot of
Right.
like we're going to have to reload pretty heavily here. But going to that James Franklin because we were talking before this and you said something to me that shocked me. When he got there, what was he able to do? Like, because I know he got signed and then
Virginia Tech had the beneficiary of firing their head coach like week 4
mhm,
and being able to interview guys for their candidacy immediately.
yeah,
Well, they identified Franklin early and they wanted him and they signed him by like week 11 or whatever.
yeah,
That's for the week 14. He's been recruiting on the job for 3 weeks. He's been talking to his Penn State commits who don't have a head coach as we speak right now.
mhm,
Like, hey, your spot's open in Virginia Tech if you want it. And he's going to turn that roster around. He's going to get his guys in, and he's going to hit that portal hard because Virginia Tech is going to give James Franklin every resource they can to be successful.
oh yeah.
And in that ACC, I would not be surprised not this next season, but the season after, if they're 9-3 or better, maybe even 10-2, and in the spot hunt for a college football playoff spot.
I
It would
like that
not
take.
surprise me.
I do. I think you need to push your timeline up a year. I think he can be competitive this next year. Could you? But look, right?
I don't know.
Think about all the Penn State guys that are there right now, and they came to Penn State to be with James Franklin. They're gonna jump.
Oh, there's plenty.
And that's what I'm saying. I think, especially in the ACC, right? Like, there's tiers to this to the conferences, right? Like SEC's one, Big Ten
Oh,
two, and then after
SEC
that,
one. Yeah,
yeah, it just doesn't really matter
who
after that.
cares? Who
Exactly.
cares? Mhm.
And they were a Big Ten team playing at a high level versus Big Ten opponents. So I
I mean,
think they can be
they're an
successful.
interception away last year in the college football playoff from being in the national championship.
Exactly. Like, so I think that opportunity is going to be there for them. I do. With that being said, let's talk about the signing classes. Because you and I, we kind of talked about it a little bit with our kind of our two schools and how we did and everything. I know I think you've got a little graphic for us. I want to see that right quick. I think it's on three pulled up. I kind of want to see what you have
I
there.
do. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I got it pulled up over here on my other
Yeah.
monitor, but I want the people to be able to see what we're seeing and what we're able to talk about and everything like that. There it is. I know we talked about it earlier. USC, the number one class.
There's three takeaways I really want to discuss here.
Okay, let me hear it.
One, of course, you got U.S. Lincoln Riley signing the top class. 21 4 stars and one 5 star. That's 22 blue chip players. That's going to turn your roster around immediately. Let's be honest, USC does not have a talent rich roster.
Yeah.
But Lincoln Riley in Southern California, one of the biggest recruiting hotbeds in the nation. But let's just take a look at their class.
Okay.
You got one kid from California.
I mean, there's a kid from DeSoto. I just saw that kind of preemptively. Richardson. I mean, that's all in my backyard
No,
right
two
now.
kids. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9,
Wow.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Prosper. I
18,
mean,
19, 20. 20 of USC's 35 signees are from the state of California. And they have a chance to make it 21, but we'll get into that in a minute.
okay, okay. Now this is your domain. The recruits and everything. This is your area of expertise, and I think this is where we kind of complement each
Lincoln
other a
Riley
lot.
is Lincoln Riley is putting a fence around the state of California for people that want to try to recruit it. And then he's branching off to places, talent rich places like East Texas. You're not going to find better players than East Texas. And then look, he's
Hey,
getting
hey,
people
hey,
from
hey,
Central
hey,
Florida.
hey, hey. East Texas. No, you want to look in the DFW, okay? The
East,
214,
East
okay?
Texas.
That's where you want to
We'll,
go.
we'll get
That's
into that.
not that's not East Texas. That's kind of North Texas, okay? We'll get into that though.
Okay.
I think the other thing for me that I noticed, first off, Lincoln Riley, he's a snake. We'll always hate him forever, okay? It's my first take.
Yeah, that was a sore subject.
I hate him. Okay, but we got BV out of it. We're doing well in the SEC. He was just too scared to play in the SEC, so he had to run to the Big Ten. It doesn't matter. Okay, we won't even get into that.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, okay,
Another big
okay.
takeaway I want to talk about is Tennessee signing the class of this.
Yeah,
Right, they didn't finish the season how they wanted to. That Vanderbilt loss, it don't look too
yeah.
good.
That one,
Vanderbilt kind of ran
that one
away with
stung.
them, but they're getting talent. You got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine players inside the top 150. For Tennessee, that's kind of unheard of, and Josh Heupel has done a phenomenal job turning around Tennessee since he got that job.
Okay, I love Josh Heupel. He's the last
This
quarterback for OU.
includes the number two wide receiver, Tristan Keith.
Like I said, I love
And the
Josh
last thing I
Heupel.
want,
He was our last national championship winning quarterback. I love him. I love what he's doing
and
at Tennessee. He's a great coach over there. So, Tennessee fans, I'm with you.
there's two more things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Virginia Tech. That's
Okay.
before we get to the last thing. Virginia Tech.
Okay.
James Franklin getting their recruiting class in the top 25 in 3 weeks. That's unheard of. This
Can
is
you
like the run.
see
This is like the run. Which one talk about?
can you see where they were pre James Franklin? Is there a way to see that?
I,
Because I'd
I
kind of
want to.
love to just see kind of, you know, where they were at pre
There
James
isn't,
Franklin.
but I believe they were in the 80s.
Oh wow. Okay, so James Franklin came in, put in that work. I mean, I'm looking over here on my thing. I clicked on the Virginia Tech, just kind of seeing. I mean, 40% of their commits are coming from in-state,
Oh
inside
yeah,
the DMV area. I mean, that's
oh yeah.
huge. It's
And the
huge.
DMV's got talent. DMV's got 3 5 stars that signed today.
Yeah, yeah. DMV's got a lot of talent.
But the last thing I want to touch on, there are 3 unsigned 5 stars right now
Okay,
in in college in high school football.
okay. I need to know them. Come on now.
The number one recruit, Lamar Brown. He's committed to Lane Kiffin at LSU right now. He recruited before the season to Brian Kelly.
Okay.
They believe he's going to sign with LSU, but watch out for Miami and watch out for Texas.
I I,
And
I
then
could see him. I could see him
next,
flipping to Texas for sure.
we have number one wide receiver in the nation, on to Chris Henry Jr.
Okay.
He's committed to Ohio State. His wide receiver coach and OC just took the South Florida job, Brian Hartline. But great hire. But this came as a shock to Chris Henry, and I would not be surprised if he ends up in either Oregon or Texas class.
I
Oregon is
mean,
the relationship factor, but Texas is the financial factor. Which one is going to win out? We will see.
I look.
And then
I guess
lastly,
it comes with. I guess it comes with all like receivers and really good receivers. LSU is always at the front of my mind. Like I mean, they're just LSU just knows how to get receivers. Like I mean,
mm,
they just pulled. Um, he just decommitted from us on the day of signing day and went to LSU. It was Braden. Oh, what was his name? It was Braden. Was it Braden Allen? I think I'm wrong on that. I think it was.
it might have been.
Let me see.
And now last, but past that, the last unsigned player we were going to talk about
Yeah, Braden
is
Allen.
Auburn wide receiver commit Jace Matthews,
What's he doing?
five-star wide receiver at Mississippi. Everyone knows Hugh Freeze has Mississippi roots. He had Jace Matthews signed before the season started. Best friend to Deuce Knight as they were cross county rivals. What is Jace Matthews going to do? He's signed tomorrow at 2 p.m. Right now, he is favored to land in Auburn's class, and this would be a huge, huge starting point for Alex Golesh on the plane.
Yeah, it would.
I guess we're going to have to see what happens tomorrow.
Okay. It was Braden Allen. He was projected to sign with us. We were fighting for him real hard. We had him, and he decommitted and went to LSU. He's a Louisiana guy. I'm not upset by it. I understand it. I do want to touch on OU's class right quick. You know, we had the 17th class, which isn't terrible. But you know what I noticed, and I think you can go to it for me, Jerry, because I have it pulled up over here on this monitor. We
Let's go.
were we were able to sign 9 dudes for our front seven. High level recruits for our
Mm.
front seven.
SEC football is one in the trenches, and Brent
Hey,
Venables winning 2 national championships with Clemson. He knows better than anybody else. Game's one in the trenches.
yeah. I think the other big one too is Jonathan Hatton Jr. Number fifth running back in his position. He's 83rd in all the country. Um, he stayed loyal to us the entire time. We were able to flip. He was committed 2 years ago to somebody else. I think it was like SMU. It's an ACC school, and we flipped him. And he was getting pressured hard by Ole Miss, everybody, and he stayed loyal to us. He stayed loyal the entire time, and that right there is what I can say. That's the kind of guy I wanted at OU. Same with Bo Bentley. Bo Bentley is he's a legacy at OU. Um, his parents played there. His twin brother is actually going to be a baseball player there. Same with him. I mean, the loyalty runs deep. Okay, you're sooner born, you're sooner bred. When you die, you're sooner dead. Okay, that right there is what I love to see. Just in total, from our class alone, I would have liked to probably see a little bit more of O line help. I think we're young at the O line now, but we've had so many injuries over the past couple of years at O-line. I wish we would have probably got some more help there. But on the defense side of the ball, we were able to sign 9 for our front 7. And we were able to sign, I believe, another 2 or 3 on our back end. Um, so I'm really excited about that. I mean, we're sitting at about 42, 43% on our blue chips. I love that. We only signed one dude from the inside the state of Oklahoma, which I think is a little low, but it's Oklahoma. It's a small place. Um, but kind of who's that big recruit for y'all at Auburn, Jared? Like who jumps out the gym for you? I know you're waiting for tomorrow at 2 to see if you can get that receiver, but like right now, who's kind of
That
that
will
big
get
one?
done. Well, as of right now, our biggest, we'll say, signing
Okay.
is none other than Corey Wells, a 6'5", 290-pound nose guard. Flipped him from Texas at the 11th hour of signing day. And as I've said before, SEC football is one of the trenches, and it starts with Corey Wells.
I love that. I
Our
love
front
that y'all
looks,
pulled him from
he's
Texas.
got a,
I love that.
yes, you're welcome for that.
Need that.
Yeah. Now, for
It,
our final segment, let's move on to these conference championship games.
hold on. Whoa, before we get to that, okay? Because I know we've been sitting here, we've been talking, right? Do we want to get the feathers riled up for the CFP playoff bracket? Do we want to do that first, or we want to talk about the conference championships and then talk about the CFP bracket? What do you
We'll
think?
talk about the conference championships because we're
Okay,
going to have to
okay,
determine the bracket.
okay. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. Okay.
First up, tomorrow at 6 p.m., we have Troy traveling to James Madison to take on the Fighting Duke.
Mhm.
Who's your pick, Caleb?
Honestly, I mean, I've got JMU. I mean, I think it's pretty clear cut. I mean, Troy, love Troy. One of my receivers from this past season, he was a graduate of Troy, really great. Stoddy, great receiver, love playing with you. Um, but he's from Troy. But I'm sorry, I just can't take him. James Madison, I think what they've been able to do since joining the FBS ranks has been almost unheard of. Alonzo Barrett, like he's playing like a madman right now. Um, the one thing I will say on this line, because we're going to talk about a little bit of the betting side too when we're talking about these games. I don't think Troy lets them I don't think Troy lets himself get beat by more than 23 and a half. I just don't. I think in this instance, I'd probably take Troy to cover the spread. I really would. Um, it's kind of my initial thought. Um, but I would like to hear what you say because I don't know.
Hmm. I was just about to agree with everything you said, and then you think Troy's going to cover that. I just don't see it. James Madison is unstoppable. They're probably going to be in the college football playoff. Their coach did just take the UCLA job, so that could affect them. But
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
I
mean,
don't
there's
know.
there's just so much movement in coaching staffs right now. I think that's the thing is from my knowledge, I don't think there's been any movement from Troy, and I think that's kind of my big takeaway is
I think
it's
they
the
beat them
it's
by
the
more.
it's the two best teams, right? Like in that conference, it's the two best teams, especially in the Sun Belt. Like they're split off into divisions. It's the best team from each division, and I think Troy is going to show up tomorrow and put their stamp on it and be like, we're gonna get our butts kicked, but not by more than 3 scores. It's not gonna happen.
Let's move on.
Okay, okay,
Next, we got Kennesaw traveling down to Jacksonville, Alabama, right on the road from me,
okay.
to take on the Jack State Gamecocks. What's your thoughts on this one, Caleb?
Hey, look, I know that you're a graduate of Jack State. I know you spent your past 4 years there. I get it. Oh gosh, what's he grabbing? Is he grabbing? Oh, he got the degree. But honestly, Jared, give me Kennesaw State. Give me Kennesaw State. I think just taking the money line here straight up, I think that's the best thing you can do. I think anything anything less than, 3.5 is kind of a wasted on the spread. I think Kennesaw State, I think they win outright. Um, Kennesaw State has looked exceptional this year. I've caught one like quarter of a Kennesaw State game, and they looked dominant. I don't remember who they played. All I remember is saying Kennesaw State looks dominant. They just do. And
Well,
so,
I can tell you who I did see them play
who they
two
play?
weeks ago. Kennesaw played Jacksonville State,
What happened?
and Jacksonville State beat them by 2 scores.
Hey, but what did you tell me earlier? when I told you that OU and Alabama are the first round projections right now.
I know what I told you, but there are outliers.
Hey, it's
It
hard to
is hard
beat
to
a
beat a
team
team twice
twice.
in a row.
Exactly.
It is hard. But Kennesaw State don't have Cam Cook, the leading rusher in FBS.
Hey, we'll
You
see.
see that right there? Cam Cook, TCU transfer, Conference USA MVP, Conference USA Newcomer of the Year. Cam Cook till we die.
Okay,
Part
okay.
90.
On to the next. On to the next. I get it. I get it. What's the next one though, Jer? What's the next one?
Well, yeah. Speaking of Drew Mastermaker, we got North Texas taking on Tulane for a spot in the college football playoff.
And I know a lot of people have said, right? You look around and you look at all these people that get paid a lot of money to talk about, you know, the CFP bracket and everything. I don't think there's a reason JMU makes it in. I really don't. I don't see it. They haven't. I mean, I just don't. It's a Sun Belt. It's a weaker conference. I really do. I think
There's
the
a chance.
number.
Well,
I
we'll get
think the
into that.
number.
There's a
I think the
chance.
number 12 seed comes out of the American Championship. I really do. I think that's where it comes out of. And I tell you right now, okay, I'm high on
There's
Drew
a chance we'll get
Mestamaker.
in, and we'll get in. We'll get to that.
Hey, I'm high on Drew Mestamaker. It's the team right in my back door, right down the road in Denton, Texas. I got UNT. Okay, and I got UNT. I got them money line straight up. I think it'll be a dogfight. I think this game may be won by 1 point, but I do think it's going to be UNT. Take the money line, lock it in. That's where I'm going.
Right, minds think alike, Caleb, and I'm taking the Mean Green
I love it.
Machine,
I love it.
North Texas.
Okay. Okay.
All
Hey,
right.
we're kind of getting a little bit of a, I hate when I'm watching stuff, right? And I hate that I'm seeing like a bunch of people go, "Oh yeah, this team, this team, this team." And they're all together, right? Real ball knowers will be able to understand and know what's going on. But what's the next one? What's the next one for me? What you got for me?
Next, we got UNLV
Okay.
traveling to the blue field of Boise State.
Hey, I was
And
up in I was up in Idaho this past year. I got to be able to work out in their indoor facility. I got to be able to do a lot of things with a lot of different people from the Boise State up in their football office, you know. But none of that matters. Okay? Give me UNLV. And I think for me, right? I think UNLV covers the spread here and I think they win. So I'm taking UNLV
mm,
minus or plus 4.5. I'm locking it in. I don't think Boise State's got what they got. Um, you know, they tried to make a clone of Ashton Genty. It's not really working out. The reason they're 8-4, after being in the semifinal or in the quarterfinals of the CFP last year. That's just where I stand.
and you see how that went.
Yep,
Penn State wasted no time with Ashton Dixon.
exactly.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I used to love Boise State. Used to love everything about them. And then a man named Brian Harson made his way to the Plains. And now I don't care who Boise State's playing. Give me whoever they're playing. They could be playing Montana Central Community College, and I'm taking Montana Central Community College. Give me UNLV to cover. Give
I
me
love it.
UNLV
I
money
love
line.
it. I love it.
Give me
I
the
love it.
reverse cover. UNLV minus 4.5. Dan
Okay.
Mullen going to show the offensive genius he is, and he's going to run Boise State back into the potato fields.
I love it. I do remember when UNLV they had that issue with the quarterback that wasn't getting paid, so he left, and it was a whole thing. I think that was last season,
Yeah,
but
he
that's
just
neither
want to
here
get
nor
paid
there.
more, but we won't get into that.
Now here's where the big boys. This is the big boy stuff. Okay, we talking about the little G5s, all that kind of stuff. That's cool. This is the big dogs. It's where the big dogs come to eat. Okay, Tech versus BYU. We saw what happened earlier in the season. To be quite frank, Jacob Rodriguez for Heisman. Okay, if it ain't Mendoza, it's got to be Rodriguez because you said it earlier. Best player gets the award, and I think he is easily the second or third best player in the entire country at the linebacker position. Give me Tech. Now, I do not think Tech is going to blow them out by 12 and a half. I really don't. So I would take a BYU to cover, but I do believe Tech wins. That's where I kind of stand with it. That's my initial thoughts. I kind of want to hear your thoughts on what you think.
Give me Tech by a billion.
Okay, lock it in.
BYU is not going to hang with Texas Tech. They barely hung with them 2 weeks ago, and it was just by a miracle.
But hey, it's
Texas
a
Tech's
neutral
not
site.
going to.
It's a neutral site here in DFW, right out there in Arlington where the
Buddy,
Cowboys play.
it's in Dallas, Texas.
Hey, look, the
The red
DFW,
the Red Raider faithful are going to make the trip from Lubbock.
they
They're going to
will,
be loud
they
in
will.
AT&T Stadium. The area
But
world is going to be rocking, and Texas Tech is going to be on their way to a first round bye in the college football playoff.
hey, I like the way we think. We're kind of on the same page. Let's make this next one short and sweet. I think it's pretty easy. I'm taking Western Michigan -1.5. Miami's quarterback decided to
Oh,
hold out this season, halfway through the season because of something stupid. They were on route to being able to be in contention for that G5 spot, the number 12 spot. Quarterback just said, I don't want to do it anymore, and he gave up and on his team. I think it's very simple. Western Michigan -1.5. I don't. I mean, I don't really know what
just give me
much
the
else is.
favorite. I don't care. Moving on.
Exactly. This is the big three.
We got the big dogs.
Yeah,
We got the big game.
this is the big one.
The fighting Georgia Bulldogs take on the Alabama Crimson.
And I don't know if this is where we would differ, but I think Georgia covers the spread here. I really do. I think Georgia wins, and I think they cover the -2.5. I just, I mean, just playing Alabama right. Like we played them at their place, and we were able to beat them by 2. And that was with a lackluster offense. Georgia kind of has it all. Um, and so, uh, give me Georgia. I mean, they just got too much over there for Alabama. I mean, Ty Simpson's gonna have a horrible game. I call it right now, but I think Georgia -2.5. I think is where we're sitting at.
In the famous words of Pat McAfee, give me Alabama.
Hey, there's got to be a
Bama's
reason
gonna
though.
win
Why
this
why do you
game.
think Alabama's going to come into the SEC championship that they haven't been in since hiring Kalen DeBoer? Why do you think they're going to come in?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was clapping. I'm sorry. I was clapping. Anyways,
What are we thinking?
Bama's just Bama's gonna win this game, and they're gonna win it convincingly. And then they're gonna march in the college football playoff with that first round bye. They're gonna get ready. Kalen DeBoer is gonna have Ty Simpson ready to go.
Okay.
When Ty Simpson's on, there's not a better quarterback than Ty Simpson in the nation. There's just not. You can
Ooh.
say whatever you want about Fernando Mendoza or Julian City, and like Caleb said, Big Ten competition. Don't get me started. Ty Simpson's the best quarterback in the nation. He's going to be a top 10 pick. He's going to win this game. And Alabama might just go on to win it all.
Whoa. That's kind of a crazy take. I'm not going to lie. Cuz I think
Next game,
they
Caleb's favorite. I'll let him take this one away.
all right, Big 10, you know how I feel. Here's the thing. Indiana has played better competition all season. They just have. Ohio State hasn't
I
played
wouldn't
anybody.
say that.
Ohio State hasn't played anybody. They just haven't. Michigan,
Team that beat y'all, maybe?
they beat Texas by 1 touchdown. A team that is
That's
9-3,
one
mind you.
y'all beat them by.
Hey, how much did we
SEC
beat?
though.
Hey, we beat y'all. Okay, I don't want to hear it.
What SEC team did Indiana beat?
But
I'm
they
taking
also
Ohio State to cover.
they
I'm
beat
taking Ohio
Oregon. They
State
beat
money line.
Oregon and Eugene. I'm taking. Hey, look, I'm taking Indiana. I'm taking a straight up money line. I'm taking Indiana to win this. I think they've got. I think Mendoza's playing his best game. I love what Kurt Cinetti is doing out there. I think he's the winner. I
Go Big
think
O.
Indiana goes
Go Big
win.
O.
I think they win. I think they take that number 1 spot, and I think they roll through. And I think OU plays them in the second round. Doesn't matter who we're playing in the first round. OU's playing them in the second round. We're going to show why SEC means more. But on to the final and last game. I
Yeah.
think that has the biggest implications this weekend. I think this game right here
This is what I was
shakes up
referring
everything.
to. This is what I was referring to earlier. When I said there could be two G5 teams get in the playoff, let North Texas win this game. Let James Madison win this game. And as I'm predicting, the Duke Blue Devils to beat Virginia with quarterback Darian Mensah just shredding that poor defense apart.
Okay,
The Duke Blue Devils are going to come out on top in Charlotte, North Carolina. Not too
okay.
far from Durham, North Carolina.
Well,
And they're going
hey,
to spoil the Cavalier season. and
That's
Manny Diaz, who I thought would have taken the Penn State job by now, but he hasn't for whatever reason. But Duke is going to win this game, and Manny Diaz is going to look like a hero.
well. We were talking before. You said before the stream that you were taking Virginia in this game. So I that's
Quarterback's going
another.
to get. You're a quarterback, right? You're a quarterback, right?
I am. I am.
What position has the most influence on the field?
You're right. I'm not negating that. But Virginia,
Arian Mensah is going to show why quarterbacks win football games.
UVA
And Chandler Morris was a great
covers.
quarterback. Chandler Morris was great.
UAV covers
Duke's
the
winning this
four and a
football game.
half.
Duke.
Okay. With that being said, because we just talked about the implications, we talked about everything. Let's go over into the playoff. Okay, let's go into the CFP like picture. Let's look at this a little bit.
What we got so far?
So here's my thing.
All right.
Okay, the selection committee has came through millions of times and said they will not move people up and down if they did not play. Now here's where I have my issue with it. Okay, here's my initial thought. I think as just at OU, I think we should be number 7. Personal opinion, we have the best record, we have the hardest strength schedule. I think we should be 7. That's just me personally. I think Ole Miss should be knocked down to. I think Ole Miss should be. I think A&M should be 8, and I think Ole Miss should be still at 6. That's just my personal
Does
opinion.
head-to-head records not matter?
Look, my thing is, it's the best players get or the best teams get put in the best situations. OU, I'm just
Didn't they
happy
beat
we're
y'all
in.
in Norman too? Didn't they beat y'all in Norman?
Hey, I said Ole Miss stays at 6. I said A&M drops down to 8. We move up to 7.
But you said Ole Miss shouldn't be 6.
Yeah, I know.
You
I said
didn't stand on that.
they should be. I also don't.
Okay, okay.
I'm a little iffy about it because we didn't talk about it, which I'm kind of upset about. But there's still stuff coming out about it. So probably Monday when we get this up, they'll hear about it. The Lane Kiffin stuff. I do think them not having Lane Kiffin is horrible, and I do not think that they should still be at 6. It's just my personal opinion. Florida State got knocked out
Charlie
what
West is
2 years
coming back to
ago.
call plays.
I mean, hey, look, that's my thing. But I think overall, I think how this final thing shakes out. I think Ohio State goes to 2. I think Indiana goes to 1. I think Georgia stays at 3. Tech stays at 4. I think Oregon stays at 5.
That
What do you think? What do you think? What are you
okay.
thinking?
I think Ohio State's can drop further than 4 if they lose to Indiana.
No. I think Tech will stay. I think Tech will stay at 4. I think Ohio State just moves to 2. I don't think Ohio State. I mean, honestly, if they
I
win or
mean, the
lose,
only way I could see that happening is if Bama beats Georgia and then Bama jumps to 4, Texas Tech moves up to 3.
no. I think honestly, I think the quarterfinals stay the way they are. I just think Ohio State and Indiana flip with each other. I think Oregon stays at 5. I think they do play UNT. I think Notre Dame gets moved up to 9, and Alabama drops out because I do believe Alabama's probably going to get blown out. Um, so I think Notre Dame moves
Let's
up back
predict
up
the
to 9.
playoff as they stand right now.
Okay.
Let's predict them as they stand right now.
Okay. Obviously,
So for
Oregon's winning.
hypotheticals, we're gonna have Virginia right here.
Okay.
We're gonna have North Texas right here.
Okay.
First game, North Texas, Oregon. I think we're taking Oregon, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
and you got Bama, OU. I said earlier, it's hard to beat a team two times in a row.
Man,
There's not
we're
defense. There's not a defense in the nation like Oklahoma's. It's going to be in Norman. You beat them in Tuscaloosa. Why can't you beat them in Norman? I'm taking Boomer Sooner.
come on, baby. Come on now. I agree with you. So
What?
far,
What?
I
What
agree
do
with
you?
everything you have to say.
Okay. Then you got James Madison versus Ole Miss.
Oh, you think JMU over UVA gets in at that 11?
Nah. Give me the Pete Golden led Ole Miss team.
Okay. I see that. I don't really think who it matters who is at that 11 or 12 spot. I think Ole Miss and Oregon roll through them.
Then we got the week 2 rematch.
Oh,
Texas A&M versus Notre Dame. It took a miracle in South Bend for A&M to beat Notre Dame. Marcel Reed hasn't played his best ball as of late. Give me the Fighting Irish to upset the 11-1 Aggies.
Okay. I honestly, there hasn't been one thing yet that you've said that I disagree with, quite frankly. Um,
Now we got Oregon and Texas Tech.
so here's my biggest thing, right? Okay, because they're
I'll let you take
one's
this one away.
yeah one's in West Texas, the other one is up in the boonies up there.
Eugene.
Okay, in the northern part of the United States. Okay,
Eugene, Oregon.
yep.
One of the most beautiful places on earth.
But
But
this
take it away.
game will be played at a neutral site. I think, and I do truly believe this. I think the winner of this game, it comes down to where they play this game. I truly do. I think if they're playing in the Rose Bowl, I think if they're playing somewhere far out west, I think I think Eugene's gonna sweep it from them. That's my initial thought, and genuinely, that's what I think. I think this game could go either way. Dante Moore struggled against Washington, honestly, and that was a bad Washington defense. Tech's defense is a lot better, um, and I think Tech's offense has the ability. They got stars all out receiver, and they've got a decent quarterback. I think they could really win it. I think if this game comes down to wherever it's played. If I had to pick one though, I probably would take Tech. I think I'm going to take the higher seed there. I think Tech might be able to pull it out.
I don't know, man. I know we've given the Big Ten some punches and some kicks, but Dan Lanning's a winner. And I think Dan Lanning found the way to win this game.
Okay. Again, I don't mind. Like I said, I think this game goes either way. I think it really matters where they play this. If they play it at the Rose Bowl, Oregon wins it. If they play it anywhere, kind of in the South, I think Tech wins it. I genuinely do.
Moving on, we got Oklahoma and Ohio State.
This is not the second round matchup you want to pull. It's just not. It really
It's
isn't.
not,
I mean,
but it is, and that's the beauty of college football.
it is.
With that, I'm sorry, Caleb. You saw what Cam Coleman did to y'all. Jeremiah Smith is probably going to do similar things. And then you got Carnell Tate lined up opposite side. They have a great O line. Julian Sayin has produced all year. I think the Buckeyes squeak this one out in a nail biter. It's going to be a good game, but Ohio State's going to win this one. I'm sorry.
you know, I don't. As an OU fan, I think we're gonna win naturally, like any fan. I think if we get in, I think it's gonna be real hard for us to lose, just because that's just the case of it all. But
So just keep it up. You have Texas Tech here, and I have Oregon. I have Ohio State. You have OU.
yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I think we'll win. Our defense is just that good. I think, to be honest with you, we made Ty Simpson throw his second interception of the entire season, and we took it back for a pick six. Julian Sands playing about the same or maybe even a tad bit better than Ty Simpson, I think we steal that game. I think it's maybe a 1 point game, but I think we sneak it out, especially in a neutral site, right? OU fans travel. We're in the most neutral part of the United States. We can travel to all places. I think that game for us, I think we sneak it out. I really do.
Moving on, we got Ole Miss, Georgia.
I got Georgia.
Rematch for the Week 9 game.
I
Yep,
got Georgia.
it's Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Georgia
see
beat
it.
them when they had Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
Georgia's going to beat them again. It'll be even worse.
I think
And then moving
honestly,
on, we have a
Indiana's got
rematch.
this.
We had the rematch of last year's first round playoff, Notre Dame versus Indiana.
I got Indiana. I mean, I just do, man. Like I just I love honestly I love what Kurt Zanetti is doing. He said it in one of his press
I
conferences.
do too.
He wins. Look him up. He wins, and guess what? That's what he does. I got Indiana, plain and simple.
I'm taking the Irish, man.
Mm,
I don't think Indiana's going to stop Jeremiah. I really don't.
okay,
You saw what Katron Allen and Nick Singleton did to Indiana.
I did. I did. I
Nick
did.
Jeremiah Love, he's going to have his way.
Okay.
So right here, Oregon and Ohio State for me. I'm taking the Buckeyes.
Yeah, 100%. If for that
You
matchup, yes. If for your matchup, I would take Ohio State as well. For mine, obviously, I'm gonna take
you
Oklahoma.
have OU and Texas Tech.
I mean, look, I'm gonna take OU. Our defense, it's an age-old phrase. Defense wins championships, and this defense is firing on all cylinders right now. Okay, Brent Venables is holding everybody. I got Oklahoma into the national championship. That's just me. Love it or hate it. Last I checked, though, if my math suits me right, Ohio State won the national championship last year, and they were sitting at number 8 and won the Natty.
Yeah, they also had Jeremiah Smith, and nobody else does.
Yeah, that's fine. Defense wins championships. But on to the next one, Georgia, Indiana. This one I think is arguably the best game of the entire bracket. I think it's a dogfight. Honestly, I like Indiana. I think I take Indiana over Georgia.
I think Georgia. You were talking about how soft the Big Ten is. Why are you backing off that takedown? It's Georgia. That's the matchup.
I just
But I
Indy.
have Notre Dame in Georgia in that spot, and I'm still thinking Georgia.
Okay, so you got Georgia and
And
Ohio
that leaves
State.
Georgia and Ohio State rematch of one of the best college football playoff teams from 2 years ago when
Who you
C.J.
got?
Stroud and Stetson Bennett would have it. And I'm thinking the Ohio State University to repeat champion.
Okay, okay. Now here's what I've been saying. I've been saying that the Big Ten can't do anything. They're soft. They don't play nobody. And I say that all to say that guess what? They ain't beating my Sooners. Our defense is too strong. They ain't beating us. Okay, we're gonna make Mendoza look like a Heisman fraud. OU by 1,000, national champions, and put it in and lock it in.
I'm glad we left the homerism at home. I'm
Hey,
glad.
hey, look, my team, we've been through the ringer over the past 4 years. We've been through it. We've clawed, fight it, fought our way to this point. We deserve it. I'm gonna stick with my Sooners through and through. Doesn't matter. We may get blown out by Ohio State in round 2. I don't care. I'm rocking with my Sooners. We're winning the Natty. Well,
I can't argue it. I mean, you got good points.
I don't know,
I don't
man.
think he'll get past Ohio State.
And again, right? The reasonable side of me says we're gonna struggle against Ohio
Which
State.
John Mateer is going to show up that game? Is my question.
And that's the thing, right? I don't know. I mean, it looks like we play our best ball when our back's against the wall. Just what it looks like. But I, this first day was pretty productive. I liked it. I think we talked about a lot. We covered a lot. I'm excited to get back on here with you um, Monday,
Absolutely.
maybe even Sunday night. I'm excited to get on here.
Maybe.
Maybe look over some NFL games too. I don't know,
Maybe
man.
we. I don't know. Talk some more. The playoffs are decided Sunday. Maybe we
Hey,
should hop on Sunday night.
hey, I think that's what we do. I think the people would like it too. I think overall, biggest thing, we're excited to be doing this. Like we said, we just love college football. We want to do this. We want to have fun with it.
Absolutely.
And I think for us, I think this is the biggest thing. I think for us as well, we're going to bring on guests, some of our friends, some of our, teammates that I've played with, maybe some other people as well. We want to bring people on. We want to get
Some of
their
y'all are gonna
takes.
love. Some of y'all are gonna hate.
Yeah, like I think that's the biggest thing. If you want to just make a quick little 10, 15-minute appearance as a person of the house, you
Let
can
us
join
know.
in. I mean, we got a whole Discord. Join in. We'll talk hot takes. We'll get your opinions on stuff. Just let us know. But Jared, is there anything else you'd like to tell the people before we finish up our first ever video?
I don't think so, man. A great way to start it out. Plenty of discussion. Plenty of variety of opinion. What better way to start?
Okay. Hey,
Thank y'all for tuning in.
hey, I love it. Biggest thing, make sure y'all tell each other you love them. Okay. Make sure you tell your people that you love. Make sure you tell them you love them. Okay. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Good night.